Hello, everybody, and welcome to a recording of the final match of the Vancouver Infinity Games Road to Nationals event that happened. And at this point, it would be 2 weeks ago, where we had a chain mirror. The most fun that you can have in Flesh and Blood at the moment is this chain mirror. And so we had, I believe, top four was all chain. So this was just a chain v chain, but all top four was chain anyways. We have Lucas on the right, I believe, and then we have Bui on the left. I could totally be wrong, but one of them is on one side and the other is on the other side here. And so Lucas is the first seed, so he will probably decide to go first. It's quite, a lot of people think it's quite important to actually go always first with chain, just no matter the matchup. But honestly, in the chain v chain, going second is completely fine. I've been in the mirror plenty of times, lost the roll 1 second, still done okay. It really comes down to the fact that your starting hand, if you're super unlucky and it's all just really weak blood debts and you end up going second, you give them the free Arsenal card, which can be like a Plunder Run, could be an Art of War, could be a really strong Arsenal card, and you come back at them with like Unhallowed Rites Nebula Swing Pass, which is extremely weak. And then you allow them to get tempo off that first card. So in this particular case, going first is a little bit more consistent. Okay, I see the tats on the arm.
I think
So I
it's
know
Alex
Lucas is
on
on the
right.
right. Yeah, Lucas is definitely on the right, because that's definitely him. And Danny's on the left.
Yes,
So
there's no Alex.
equipment-wise, we're looking at pretty standard. I think they're both running the same list. I don't think they have Ebb and Fold in the list, so that is why the spell cap is in there regardless.
Because otherwise you would play Bunfold, right?
Going second Ebb and Fold is okay just to gain tempo. So essentially you try to fix your hand so that you never have like a particularly poor like an all red hand, and you can use Ebb and Fold to try to fish for that yellow or that blue. I don't think it's super consistent. I took it out of the list. I had it in the list in Vancouver. I took it out in Calgary in favor of some other sideboard options, and I'm pretty happy I did. I just didn't really see it improving the consistency enough to be included as
And
like a
how
regular.
was the chest?
The chest is always carrying us. It's just
Okay.
always the Iron Weave is just not needed. It is a waste of a slot, in my opinion. It's mainly against fatigue, but honestly, if you pitch and set up correctly and have the right sideboard, you won't need Iron Weave. And that slot is better used for some harder counters like Ninth Blade or Time Snap for Prism or Invert Existence for the Chain Mirror, which I know both of these players are running double inverts, and both of them won their semis, I think, on a double, at least a double invert for both of their games. So excited to see if that's how that's going to end up with this game. But it was a very strong card in the matchup. So they are starting off here. Lucas will be going. I believe he chose first because it looks like he's thinking about what he wants to do. Other than that, the rest of the equipment's pretty standard. He always run grasp, always run snaps. Really no other option here.
What do you think about the new boots?
All the new Runeblade stuff? Well, I mean, the boots are not better than the common boots are not better than snaps. The legendary boots, I think you would have to rearrange your deck a fair amount because the non-attack versus attack action ratio right now is not really built for even. Like it's not usually even. Maybe in the combo heavy decks that run like gateways and stuff like that, it's more even in tomes. It's more even, but current builds they would have to rearrange the build to be able to consistently get it off.
I was thinking that for Viscera that was more interesting. Like Skeletor is an instant, so you can end of turn instant pop your Skeletor and do a Sonata for like 10, and they get some arcane damage that they can't block, and next turn you can have a good turn too. And because you deal arcane damage, you don't lose the boot, so that was pretty sweet.
Fair. We just saw Lucas come in with an E-Strike. Danny just throwing down the triple block. Yeah, probably just E-Strike for 7, throwing down the triple block, and drawing back up here, arsenaling a card. Very interesting play. I don't know if I would have agreed with E-Strike in turn 1. Probably would have Arsenal. I'm guessing his Arsenal card must be a Plunder Run, Art War, or Puppetry. Those are really the only 3 cards I can imagine.
So like you block more with your blue card or your red card when you play Chain?
It depends on if they're Blood Debt. I think I don't care at all, but usually it depends on the matchup. In the Chain Mirror, I like blocking with Rift Binds because they're not usually going to be what wins you the game. Blocking with Unhallowed is also okay, but in this particular case, it's like, well, the blue Rift Bind or whatever is usually my main block. We do have a very nice energy potion, which is a staple in these guys' deck. I don't run it. A lot of other chain players don't run it unless it's
It's so
signing to
sad. It
control
did
it.
3 damage on.
Yeah, see, this is the issue I said before. If you're going second and you have this kind of turn, you much rather have gone first in this situation, right? And I keep asking them, I'm
Ah,
like,
yeah, Plunder
I
Run.
ask,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, oh, I mean, you just ask and be like, how sad are you when would you rather have energy potion or literally any other card? You know, literally any other card would be better. Like time snap would be better
and he
or
had
something
go
like
again.
that.
He didn't even use it.
Yeah.
I mean, he used it for the potion, but like, yeah, I mean, it's just like, do you
It's just
feel
set
you
up.
do you feel you are constraining resource when you play chain sometime? I always feel everything is almost free, so
I added more blues. I actually went up to 22 blues when I went to Calgary. I was only on 20 blues in Vancouver, but
mm.
and I still had all red hands regardless. But the key is like how many blues are you banishing, right? So I
Yeah,
think 22 blues is a good amount. I think these guys are running 20-ish. I'm not 100% sure, but some of them go a little bit lighter. They go like 18 or something like that. But the issue is
so
then
what
if
do
you
you think
banish
about this turn? Because that looked like they are cheating. Like, so he play
the
a
plunder
card, he
run,
get
the plunder run reaping turn.
yeah, and he's banishing a seed and a ghostly
Yeah,
visit. It
pretty
feel like
good.
cheating.
It feels kind of broken getting the two cards, banishing two cards, getting two resources.
And
Uh,
like those cards, I mean, that's a blue one, so that's not that amazing, but he can play ghostly. Um,
yeah, no, it's fair. He could play like seed. I don't know what color the seeds is. I think it's a
it's a
blue,
blue,
so
it's
it
a
won't
blue.
bother. Okay, so these guys are running the flock build. So I actually ended up taking these flocks out of my list
That's a
in
sad
favor
flock
of
here.
meet and greet.
That's
But he is like the earlier you get flock, the more aggressive you can be, essentially, especially in the chain mirror. So it just lets you set up a whole bunch of like super wide turns a lot earlier than you would have been able to do without flock. The issue is the later in the game you get it, the more awkward it begins to play, which is what I didn't like about the card personally.
so.
In this particular case, it's great though.
Do you think it was right, like, not to pop the Snapdragon? And I mean, you could
I
have
just keep
popped.
going. I think
Yeah.
it's fine because he already has tempo advantage. Because like Danny had such a weak turn one.
Hmm.
I think it's fine. You're just holding it. You're getting the quicken, and now you can just literally take everything and come
Yeah,
back
next
for a
turn.
whole
Yeah,
ton of
yeah.
damage. You know, whole. He did an arsenal, which is a little weak in
He had a
terms of.
card in his hand, I believe. So I don't
He
know
had a
whether.
card. It must. I'm guessing it was a or something like that, or like a blood dead card. It always kind of feels fast to Arsenal, one of those guys. But Danny coming back with the bounding from hand. So he's coming back with some spice here. I think I'm just coming in for 3, so he's just gonna take the
I
root
mean, it's
chain.
good in chain. I think bounding is like a scare for a scare.
But it only comes in for 3 if it was from hand, and he didn't
Oh yeah.
banish it. Yeah, so the 1 was from the root chain, 3 was physical. It's not bad because it does cause 0, but it's still a little bit awkward
It
from hand.
triggers a
But
blue seed.
okay, looks like he's coming back.
Flock.
Danny's coming back with his own flock here.
But I mean, I feel like flock is good. Like if you are winning, but if you are losing, that's not gonna.
It's not fun. No, it's 5 damage with no pressure. If it's a blue, it's 3 damage. No on hits, no nothing.
Cause
You get to
like,
set up a quicken, but then you're gonna have to take a ton of damage in response. So
yeah.
Lucas is just gonna be super okay taking the 5 here, going down to 24, and coming back with a fairly massive hand. It could be actually even bigger depending on what he banishes here.
So that's
And
why I think it's like a win more kind of card.
yeah, it's pretty much one more. I mean, Danny only has the 1 Rift Banish compared to the
Oh, he
Seas.
banished 2 Plunderer though. Good
Oh
card.
yes, he's fishing, but he's ice fishing. He's not finding what he's looking for. I think he probably wanted at least 1 hit out of
Oh,
that
that's nasty.
commanding
That's the
combos.
only card that you are happy to have in your hand when you have Quicken. I mean,
E strike's
E-Strike is
okay.
not. Yeah, but E-Strike.
Another flock would be fine, but not necessarily great. So
Husky.
you just
Husky is ridiculous.
Husk is a pretty good card. It's just a overall fun, engaging card for both parties. And it's just really just CNC in this matchup is just give me your Husk. That's really
Yeah,
all it
yeah.
is.
I mean, it's when
And
I play Guardian against Chain, it's just like I have to sacrifice 1 card to break the Husk. Like
yeah,
there is no way around
actually,
it.
I have a very love-hate relationship with CNC in Chain, which you could probably see on Oliver's article where I kept having CNC in the arsenal. I kept regretting it, but in the chain mirror, I just sided all of them out. I really hate CNC in the chain mirror just because it's so slow.
Yeah.
They have husks,
It
so it's
costs
never gonna
two.
hit.
I mean, it seems so
Yeah,
like fair compared to all the rest of the cards.
yeah. It prevents like I like building the deck going as wide as possible, and
Yeah.
CNC does literally the opposite. And so I don't really prefer like you can get a lucky CNC turn two and just break the husk as early as possible, but like I don't play for like the one offs and kind of that kind of idea. So I think in this situation, I think it's okay if Lucas just happened to draw into the CNC. I don't think it was the last card because he would have
It's okay
arsenal the
at the
card.
end. I feel CNC is a card you want to play at the end of your chain.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah, unless you have like the quick and right, obviously in this particular case.
no,
But
but
like
even
he
though
already had
like because they can always block it. But if it's like Orange Dorinthia when they attack you with Downblade and then they CNC you, when you put
mhm.
all your resource in the first one, the next one you're like, oh, okay. I mean because the CNC that doesn't hit is like just a two
Yeah,
four six. Like who cares?
yeah. Looks like he's just Lucas just ghostly visited, and he's gonna play the seeds to give the Nebula Blade the buff here. Pretty common, especially if the seeds is blue. Like if the seeds is blue, you're generally not gonna sit there and wait for your bounding to actually get full value out of it because you only
But
have three cards
also
that can block it
I
and Shadow Mercer
he needed to play it for the Nebula Blade, right?
for the Nebula Blade. Yeah, he didn't play a non-attack. He only played the CNC and the Ghostly, so he didn't actually play a non-attack to get it off, and none of the other attack actions proc the blue seeds anyway, so he just ended
Yeah.
up playing it for
It's
Nebula
kind of
Blade.
smart he kept it. I thought
It's good to keep a non-attack because like there
yeah,
are some
yeah.
hands that you just don't have a non-attack and you just lose because you like can't get stuff out. You're stuck with really awkward hands. It looks like Danny is just going. I don't know why he covered his. I don't know why he covers his cards with the tokens. It's kind of triggering me a little bit. But he played something. I think it was a
Secret
ghostly
technique.
visit, and then I think it's a
Yes,
ghostly
it's a
visit.
red ghostly visit, yeah.
So it's just gonna be four with go again.
But like is there
Uh,
any way that Danny can win again? Like can still win? I
yeah,
mean
yeah. Art of War. Art of War. Oh yeah. Oh, this is still a very even. I know it doesn't look super even at the moment, but Art of War is a hell of a draw. I'm telling you, you can just come in with one of those things and turn the game on its head easily,
we
and that
still
is
have the
usually what decides
husk.
the game in the mirror. He has the husk.
We
It's
have
true, but
one
like
more chain.
when you go Art of War, you go so wide that blocking one
That's
card with
true.
the husk doesn't mean that the next three aren't coming. You know, like, it doesn't stop the other ones. So it looks like we have an Unhallowed Rites with a seed, so it's just gonna be five here. I mean, Lucas still has the husk. Probably waiting for a bit bigger threat like Plunder Run. Usually it's really, really advantageous to block a Plunder Run hit with that husk because it's so easy to stop that on hit, right? But looks like Lucas is going to go down to 15 here. He's
Why are
going
you
to take
gonna have to use his husks then? Like
no,
some
he might not. It's actually kind of funny that he could if Danny did have the invert, he could actually wait for Lucas's turn and then fake him out and then use the invert on his turn because it's actually the start of his turn.
yeah.
Husk with break, right? So he could like do all this blocking and then just get inverted. It doesn't look like what's happening, but
Yeah,
he
yeah, no,
just is
I
gonna
understand what you mean, yeah.
yeah, it's just gonna be a nebula swing. Probably gonna block this. He's gonna use the husk on this. That is interesting. So he's
But I
kind of
think maybe he was playing around the invert like you say.
yeah, he could be playing around the invert because the regular play would just be to block with the grasp and the skull cap because they're both at four right now.
I mean
We do
14 is kind of
see
tight, you know, like
14 is tight. Yeah, it's you're in that range, right? So there's really no reason to risk it. You want to get better value out of it. We do see
oh oh.
Shadow Mercer with
Alright,
Bind.
that is still
Oh yeah, there it is.
that looks bad.
You got your Art of War.
But
Lucas has his invert.
that depend okay, yeah. I still prefer when they banish ghostly visits and bonding demagon.
Bounding, yeah, because then at least they don't get a buff out of it, or like a Rift Bind or something like that. But I don't know if he's doing +1 or go again. I guess we'll find out soon, but usually it'll be +1. Oh, he has the snaps too, so I guess it's just going to be +1/+1. Yeah, he's going
Wow,
to
he
take
can go
it.
so wide. You have a shadow first to. I
Yeah, so
mean,
he's just probably going to do that. He's going to snaps it. He's probably going to use it with the Ghostly Visit, and then Shadow, and then keep going. Um, it's not looking fantastic here, but he's got Unhallowed from hand, so he's going to come in for 4.
do you think
Uh,
that's the power of the tattoos? Do you think because you have
so
the tattoos, you get better draw?
I think it's because of the sleeve, not just the
Oh,
tattoos. It's the power of chain.
They look the same,
Shadow
the
is
sleeves.
tattooed.
They are both white.
No, it's a sleeve. It's a left. It's a full sleeve on the left arm.
Oh, I see.
Let's see what we got here. That's unhallowed. What else is he? Oh, he has a riftline and seeds, I think, also in Banish for Lucas. And you know what? The only thing that I can't take my eyes off is that sad little energy potion on Danny's side of the
But it's
field.
shiny, so we can pretend it's not here. I can edit it.
He's just asking. He's just
This
saying,
is
"Kill
so
me."
sad, this card. This is just so sad.
It's a little on the depressing side, but either way, we're back to Lucas here. He's gonna be getting that go again with the shackle. Danny's gonna be blocking with armor and taking 1 here because he's on lower life. Going down to 10. I assume he's just gonna keep going. There's only one card. One card in Lucas's hand. So it looks like probably he still has 2 floating. So just probably play the shadow, banish whatever's left, assuming it's blood debt, then come in with a rift bind or
I know,
something.
if you... Well, he can't have a plunder run because he banished 2 already. But if it was a plunder run, I would just attack with a Nebula Blade and...
I don't think he's played any non-attack actions, so the Nebula Blade will only come in for 1.
Oh yeah, no, you play only the... Yes.
Yeah.
Correct, Art of
War. Because he has the Art of War to give +1s to attack actions, so he could
So
do
that's one
that.
more thing with those Flock deck. I feel those Flock deck play less non-action card.
They do play slightly less non-attack actions, just because of their blue count is usually a lot of heavy attack actions. Like sometimes they play Meet and Greet blue, Consuming Volition blue in this particular case.
I hate Consuming Volition. To be on the other side of it, like that's...
I think in the mirror it's just not very efficient.
What did he just do? Did he attack just for 1? I think so.
And the Runeshan, I think.
Yeah.
Because he went from today. Yeah. So I think he just attacked for 1 in the Runeshan, which is fair. So we have the Reaping, Plunder Run, we got a Ghostly on the hit. So we have 1 Ghostly. Still snaps on.
Oh, he used a potion.
He used the potion. What for, I wonder? Just to use it before you die, surely. Flock from Arsenal. Okay, so you get a snap stack, get the Quicken potion. Sorry, the Quicken token.
But like... Why? What?
Yeah, I mean...
But how... It costs 2, right?
It only costs 1. So he has 1 floating.
I keep seeing it costs 2.
Yeah, no. It costs 1. He has 1 floating. He just snaps it.
I'm not a flock guy, guys. As you know, I'm more a Bravo blocking guy.
Bravo blocking guy. Got an E-Strike. He's going to get the go again off the Quicken token. So he is going to come in for, I imagine, either 7 or draw a card. So he's going to draw the card.
Yeah, I mean, 2 is not worth it. Like, if you have go again, I feel like...
Yeah. Well, Lucas is only on 6, though, right? So you're just forcing more blocks on him.
He didn't choose Shackle yet. He have 1
float. He didn't Shackle yet, correct.
Yeah, he have a Ghostly Visit.
He can Ghostly Visit and keep going. Which I assume that's what he's going to do. He's got 1 floating. It's really no bad reason to... Unless he got a seed? Yeah, so he's got a seed. That makes sense. It's going to be Seed, Shackle, Ghostly for 1 Arcane plus 4 Physical with Go again. Remember how you said, is there any way for Danny to come back here? I'm telling you, it's chain v chain. You don't know who wins. It's who's at 0, you know? It's
the energy potion power.
The energy to put... The fact that he didn't have to pitch for Flock actually was really big. It was really, really big. Now... Was that the idea of playing Energy Potion? I don't think so.
I mean, if you
know what?
Okay, I like those CNC. Like, I like those, you know. But there is no card in the...
I just... I'm not saying they can be... I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying there's so many...
Yeah, no, I mean...
scenarios, you know?
It's a wounded bull. Or, like... Yeah. It's a 6-foot...
So, yeah, it's a wounded bull. Yeah, exactly. It's a wounded bull with, like... If they have no husk, yeah, you're okay. So we'll see what Lucas banishes here, see if he's any luck here. So he's also got a Ghostly Visit, E-Strike, and Seeds.
Are you worried about your blood debt when you see that? You had 2? Like, do you try to kill him this turn, or...?
No. Because I have Snaps up, so anything is possible.
Yeah, but like, are you playing it... If you see you can't kill him this turn,
I would hope so. Like, the way I block there, like, if I only block 1 card from hand, I would very much hope I could just kill him. Because otherwise I would need more life to withstand the next turn.
Like, he's dead to an invert existence in any case.
No, because he has the Arcanine online. So he can pitch a blue and block it.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of people forget that
Oh yeah.
Skullcap actually has arcane
Yeah,
barrier.
it does something except cost a lot of
Yeah,
delay, you
oh,
know?
very much so. I've seen people do it. They'll just pitch three and block the invert and be like, yep, blocks the invert. And they need the other player needs to pitch to play invert. It doesn't cost zero, right?
Oh,
So
blocking
with
with
this
puppetry, that's sad.
puppetry. Along with puppetry, there's two arcane coming. I guess he took it, so he went down to five,
Yeah,
took
he
both
was at
arcane.
7.
Lucas has two cards in hand, looks like, so he's going to, I imagine, get the Ghostly Visit out, and then probably snaps, depending on what the last card of his hand is, I guess, but I mean, Danny's just going to block it, so he's going to snaps. He's going to Riftbind coming in for 4. Yeah, Riftbind coming in for 4. Danny's probably going to block for 3 here, I imagine. So the idea here, okay, block for 2 with Seeds, is to try to keep one card and play out of your banish. Keep a blue, play out of your banish, which is something I've done a couple times, especially with 4+ shackles. That actually is a fairly viable option. You can get some pretty nice stuff. Seeds, Boundings, Unhallowed. Riftbind's not a good card to see without a non-attack. Oh, that's not good. So he's probably doomed because he can't play them and also have a non-attack at the same time. So, I mean, he can get the Riftbind out of his banish, so he could pitch Shackle, Riftbind, and then, I don't know, Sword for 1. He could do that, and it would still be lethal because Lucas is on 1. But on the flip side, the minute he pitches, if Lucas has Invert, then it's game. Because it would be 2 plus the 1 from Karen Husk.
Yeah, I mean,
or it would actually be, you just banish 2 more Blood Debt, that's actually 5.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the blue. He was saving it. I assume he's just going to... Oh, he's going to make the Rune Chant. Interesting. So he's got 1 floating, going to make Rune Chant. Attack with Riftbind for 1 plus 3 here.
Yeah,
So
I was wondering if this line was interesting, but like, I think it does just less damage, right?
Yeah, there you go. See, blocking with the Energy Potion. Pitching the Energy Potion to block with a Skullcap.
That's a tech. I see.
All right, so we have a full block here. Oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, he showed the invert and he's... he could have featured blue with his... I know he can't anymore. Oh, I also understand. You use the potion to go to 1-1 and then you can't...
He actually slow rolled it because, like, he didn't
yeah,
really
he had less life than the... yeah, he could have
he
just...
couldn't have used Skullcap. Like, Danny couldn't have used Skullcap anyway. So.
It was a long day. It was a long day.
Yeah, no, it was a long day. Congratulations to Lucas, winning that one out. And you know, fairly standard chain mirror. I mean, they were playing exactly the same list, so there really weren't too many surprises
There
there.
wasn't many decisions made. I'm thinking like
it was really just playing out your hands.
Well,
yeah, really not too much else to say. I think,
yeah, right? How do you feel like? Oh, they had Evenfold.
I guess they had it on the list. They just didn't play it.
Because that, I mean, Spell Void can be useful too. Like.
It can, but eventually you just end up using it, right?
No, I know, but like, it's still better than Skullcap a lot of time.
Yeah, because you can just, if you happen to still have it, you can just stack it to block and burn.
So as a chain, you are a chain player, right? I mean, as of right now.
I don't know if I would call myself a chain player, but I do have the deck.
You are more tilted toward chain than me. I'm more tilted toward Guardian than you. Are you scared by those ice scared? Because I'm very excited to play those ice scared. Like putting frostbite everywhere and you can't play anything, and I just love it.
I think it just comes down to how efficient Oldheim and Lexi. I'm not really super worried about Lexi.
Yeah.
Like as far as like a still from Lexi. I think Lexi is probably more suited towards lightning, especially with that bow that gives you 2 arsenal slots or whatever it was.
Yeah. Well,
I would be more scared of like Ice Earth Oldheim with the like you always get a D-react, like you always have a defense reaction.
Yeah,
like you have a really great pulsive Eisenloft or something that gives like a 2 for 6 D-react.
And it's so easy to just like even if you have like 1 frostbite during your turn or like there are so many like on hit effects. The cards are relatively cheaper than Bravo. I think it was designed to put chain back to its place. I mean,
I would be more concerned if there weren't already another wave of Runeblade support in the same set. So if Runeblade was not already in Tails, which it is, obviously,
Hmm.
um, I think Chain will just adapt the build to be more to have more resources. I think it will just adapt to a more like Viserai style. Like I don't know how strong Briar is, honestly. I have no idea. I haven't read many for
No,
cards. Um,
it's kind of from my gathering, it's kind of a go wide, but also deal
yeah,
arcane damage. So
yeah.
it's
No, it's fair.
but
I
it's
think
not broken like Chain, so you can't play more cards than what you have in your hand,
it just
basically.
keeps pinging you for one over and over again, or does an extra one here, does an extra one there. But as far as Chain, I think Chain, the fact that Chain got some support in the Runeblade slot. Um,
Because right now there was no deck that had like 80% chance, against Chain. So I hope from my view of the card, I did some reviews. I feel really that Oldheim
I
Ice
think
is designed to just like crash Chain because
I
people are
think it's
born with Chain.
definitely anti redline. It's like anti slim resource decks. It's anti aggro katsu.
Oh,
It's
it's
anti
yeah. I mean,
chain.
there is even like a card I forgot, but like let's say you can't pitch zero cost blue. Like you can't pitch
Yeah.
zero cost card. Why? Katsu did nothing to anybody. Like let him alone.
Yeah,
Like
well, he's not doing anything anymore. Apparently,
yeah.
stop it before it becomes a problem. But I think the matchup will be interesting, but I don't think it'll just knock Chain out of contention. I
No,
think
it
Chain will
just
just
yeah.
have to rearrange the build, more blues, more combo based. But I think even like Chain can still make really good use of the legendary. And Chain with
But still Husk. Like
Dust Blade or whatever that new Rune Blade weapon is, like that sounds disgusting. Like the fact that like
so you prefer this one than there is a plant one and there is a
no, the plan one is guard. Like that Dust Blade or whatever it is on Chain, that's you could build a deck around that weapon easily with
yeah.
Chain. The fact that you get a free go again off Chain with Shackle,
Yeah.
you don't need to make many changes. Add some more blues. I I'd have to see it. I think Oldhim has like really neat mechanics, and I think he's quite strong in his own right and being able to like purely block out and just swing for 4 or whatever it is with his hammer and threaten frostbite.
Yes.
I think it's not that hard for Shane to block with a card and armor on the hammers for a couple
No,
turns
yeah,
and
I mean,
still
yeah,
build
yeah.
up shackles.
But I guess
But I
we will
think,
see the card are on a lot of the card are on TTS, so maybe we
yeah,
can try that
yeah,
out soon.
we'll play it out. I don't mind
There is
playing a
not
couple
enough
matches.
ice card spoiled, so there is 7 ice card.
I want to see the Fable. I want to see what that is.
I don't care.
Um, I don't have like a ton of product that I'm going to be personally opening, but I'm gonna try to open as much as I
Anyway,
can. Anyway,
thanks guys for
we're getting on
watching.
hand. That was the Shane Mirror. Congratulations,
That
Marcus.
was not super exciting, but at least
We
it's
covered
out
it. It was the
there.
final.
And that was well played by both. So I think if you
Yep.
want to practice your chain mirror, that was good. Alright, so stay tuned, we
Yep.
will have more videos soon. Bye.
Thanks everyone. Bye.